You know someone brilliant, maybe it's you. They aced calculus, memorized Shakespeare, can fix a car engine, but somehow they're still broke at 35. How does someone so smart make such dumb money decisions? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your intelligence has almost nothing to do with your financial success. In fact, being smart might actually be making you poorer, and once you see why, you'll never look at money the same way again. If you want to actually understand money and not just feel confused by it, hit that subscribe button. I break down personal finance every week with no jargon, just clear insights. The intelligence trap. Smart people fall into what psychologists call the intelligence trap. You're used to solving problems with your brain, so when it comes to money, you think you can outsmart the system. You spend 3 hours researching the perfect credit card for 0.5% more cash back. While ignoring the $200 per month you're bleeding on subscriptions you forgot about. You read 5 investing books before buying your first stock because you want to make the optimal choice, so you never actually start investing. Meanwhile, your less educated coworker who just bought an index fund 10 years ago is way ahead. This is called analysis paralysis. Your intelligence becomes a barrier because you're too busy optimizing to actually do anything. And the crazy part? Some of the wealthiest people aren't the smartest. They just made simple decisions and stuck with them. Emotional blind spots. Here's what they don't teach you in school. Money decisions are 90% emotional and only 10% logical. Your brain knows you should save for retirement, but your emotions say, "Yeah, but I really want this new phone right now." Smart people think they're immune to this because they can rationalize anything, but that's actually worse. You become an expert at justifying bad decisions. I deserve this luxury car. I work hard. This $8 latte is my only joy in this miserable job. I'll start investing next month when I have more money. These aren't logic. These are emotions wearing a logic costume, and because you're intelligent, your justifications are really, really convincing, especially to yourself. The complexity addiction. Smart people love complexity. It makes you feel smart, so you gravitate toward complicated investment strategies, crypto day trading, options, real estate syndications. Meanwhile, the boring millionaire next door just bought and held an S&P 500 index fund for 30 years. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people ever, says most people should just buy index funds and chill. But that's too simple. Where's the intellectual challenge? Here's the thing. Personal finance isn't supposed to be intellectually stimulating. It's supposed to be effective. The smartest money move is often the most boring one, but boring doesn't feel smart, so smart people avoid it. Status and signaling. When you're intelligent, you've spent your whole life being rewarded for being smart. Good grades, praise from teachers, acceptance to good schools, respect from colleagues. So you start to crave that validation in other areas. And what's the fastest way to signal success in our society? Spending money, the luxury car, the designer clothes, the expensive dinners you post on Instagram. These are signals that say, "Look, I made it, I'm successful." But here's the paradox. Truly wealthy people often don't signal at all. They drive Toyotas and wear normal clothes because they have nothing to prove. Smart people fall into this trap harder because you've spent your life being validated for intelligence. Now you're trying to get validated for wealth by pretending to be wealthy. The income illusion. Here's a big one. Smart people often earn more money, which sounds great except it creates a dangerous illusion. I make 6 figures. I don't need to budget. My income is high, so I can afford this. But here's what actually happens. Your income goes up, your spending goes up faster, and you end up just as broke. But with nicer stuff. This is lifestyle inflation. And smart people are especially vulnerable because you feel like your intelligence earned you the right to spend. You worked hard, got the degree, climbed the ladder, so you deserve the nice apartment, the new car, the expensive hobbies. Meanwhile, someone making half your salary who just keeps their expenses low is building actual wealth. Because wealth isn't what you earn, it's what you keep. The fix. So how do you break free from these traps? Step 1. Automate everything. Stop trying to make perfect decisions every day. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investments the day you get paid. Remove the decision entirely. Smart people love to optimize manually. Stop it. Automate and forget. Step 2. Embrace boring. The boring index fund, the simple budget, the automated savings. These aren't intellectually stimulating, and that's exactly why they work. You're not trying to impress anyone with your financial sophistication. You're trying to build wealth. Step 3. Track your emotional spending. For 1 month, write down every purchase and how you felt when you made it. Bored, stressed, jealous, seeking validation. Once you see the patterns, you can't unsee them, and that awareness is 80% of the solution. Step 4. Define enough. Smart people are achievers. You're never satisfied. But in personal finance, you need to define enough. Enough income, enough house, enough car, enough stuff. Without this definition, you'll chase more forever and never feel secure. Step 5. Measure wealth, not income. Stop obsessing over your salary and start tracking your net worth monthly. This is the only number that matters. You can make $300,000 and be broke. You can make $60,000 and be a millionaire. It's all about the gap between earning and spending. Closing. Being smart is an advantage in almost every area of life, except the one area where being average might actually help you: personal finance. The good news? Once you recognize these traps, you can't fall into them anymore. You see them coming from a mile away. If this video gave you that, "Oh no, that's me" feeling, you're not alone. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I make videos like this every week about money, investing, and not being broke. And if you found this helpful, smash that like button. It actually helps more people find this content who need to hear it. Drop a comment and tell me, which of these traps have you fallen into? I read every single one. Thanks for watching. Now go automate something.